Dr. N. Sendil, Director.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome you all for the inaugural session of the today Agriculture Graduate Science Congress 2024. Pleasure in welcoming our most respected and honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, who has kindly consented to be here to preside over the inaugural function in the midst of Madam's hectic schedule. We all know that our Madam is our power, our Madam is our strength. With constant support and motivation of our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, we are working hard so that the university will reach a higher position in the future. Thank you very much, Madam, for all your support and encouragement. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, welcoming the most respected, the advisor, NRM Climate Change Division, Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, New Delhi, Dr. Bhaskar Sir, to the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. I am taking great pleasure in welcoming all the university officers, heads of the department, faculty members, and distinguished student participants of this today national level Agriculture Graduate Science Congress. This juncture, as a professional senior, so just I would like to indicate the purpose of this meeting. Though Dr. Sendil is going to officially do that, so the purpose of organizing this kind of conference is basically to build capacity among the young researchers. This today conference is a very, very important one. So we are all indebted to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam for encouraging all of us to organize this conference. The unique feature of this conference is everything, right from the proposal, planning, execution, implementation, organization, everything is being done by the students. So we can give big hands to all the PG students of the TNAU who has shown much interest in organizing this one. And as a professional senior, so just I'd like to tell two things to my young student friends. So one is that, so whatever may be your discipline, maybe agricultural economics or biotechnology or entomology or pathology, do have a mentor in the profession. So unless you have a mentor, you cannot come up, you will not be known to the, you cannot come up professionally. So my advice, or it's not advice, it's my request and suggestion is to have a mentor in your profession. That is one thing. And second thing I would like to say is that whatever the area of research, do specialize. So unless you specialize in your area of research, you will not be known to the world. Okay? So we have a great role model, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam is very popular in the global climate research. Okay, so if I'm very, very happy to say that with the permission of our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, a 6-letter word is very popular in climate science in global research circle. Can anyone of you guess? It's with the permission of our Vice Chancellor Madam, I'm telling, it's GEETHA. So though our Vice Chancellor Madam name is full, Geeta Lakshmi, but the Geeta is very, very popular in the global research circle, particularly the climate science. Okay, so we are all proud that we have a great role model here, and all of us, I would like to request all the students, including the young faculties, including me, we have to follow the style of research from our Honorable Vice Chancellor. So with these few words, I once again welcome you all for this inaugural session and hope the today's session would be largely benefit all the young researchers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Dr. Bhaskaran, and most importantly, the student participants and organizer of 9th Agricultural Graduate Student Conference. This conference is very big legacy. This Agriculture Graduate Science Congress started during 2014. 2013 we started with the first edition. From there onwards, we are reaching the 9th version of Agricultural Graduate Student Conference, that is in 2024. And wider and more attraction among the postgraduate students of Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. So this conference, middle 2 years, we could not able to conduct because of COVID, but other conference went on well. And this mainly the conference which look on different dimension every year. 1 year we have commercialization of technology, and 1 year we go for only the display of innovation among students. And this year they have the main theme of invest, innovate, incubate. Unless you invest, you cannot incubate. Unless you are innovate, you cannot incubate. So this theme of the conference been designed in such a way that this commercialization need, these are all the three components in which this whole conference 2 days we are working on that. First day, this conference we have invited speakers, and we divided in the 6 sessions already in the backdrop. You can see every sections we have invited speakers from the all over India, and also the second day we have full on poster session, which we have very huge number of attraction this year. Last year 8th version we have 550 abstracts, but this year we have 725 abstracts which are going to be displayed as a posters and also the oral presentations. So the total number of participation this year will be, registered participation is around 1254 participants being registered. So this year we have not only Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, we have all over India participants from different agriculture universities are here to participate. So during the deliberations, the next 2 days, we have very good presentations. We have different sessions we arranged on that. The students think that this conference we have good food, good environment, and also the good kind of ideas which they are looking for that. But we look for the researcher, we look for networking, advices from different corner, and also inspirations, and also the cross learning across discipline. So these have different 6 themes are there, but there is a chance for the students to cross learning across all the disciplines. So this will help you the clarity of ideas for the students, and also the preliminary talks will give the newer dimension in each area of research, and also the posters will give you the upcoming research and the years to come. This will definitely motivate our postgraduate students go for a higher studies, if a master's, or the people want to innovate and go for the newer commercialization angle is available, and you can incubate in some of the incubation centers with agribusiness is there. So these are all the things which we are going to look on that two different areas. So the thing is, every time when you look on every technology, either a next generation technology and crop improvement, or soil and crop dynamics, or crop productions in the multi environment, bioengineering, or in the case of New Horizon in horticulture, forestry, or socio-economic dimension, this conference goes around all the 6 themes, and all them going to cross learning in each areas, and definitely these oral and postal presentations will be screened by the experts from different departments. Madam, this conference, every department taken a huge pain to screen the abstract, and all the abstracts been thoroughly screened, and been only selected abstracts been put in for 15 to 20 presentation oral in every sessions. Taken pain on screening the abstract and bring them poster or oral presentations, and also the sessions which have been arranged, and the students can get only 10 minutes presentation in the oral session, but the people selected for the posters, they have wide time to discuss with individually, and not only their classmates and also the experts and the evaluator. So this is a whole next morning session will help them to learn to display their posters, explain their activity, and make them connect to the Indian or different audience, and definitely it make the confident on them to move forward in their research career. Not only that, the oral presentations also different kind of dimension. So this conference will definitely next 2 days have various dimensions in their presentation skills and also their analytical skill and display skill. Definitely will make them to be better researcher or better entrepreneurs in the future years to come. So thank you for giving me the opportunity, madam, to join with Dr. Suresh Kumar, Dean PGS, to make this events in a greater one. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare amidst us today. Dr. S. Bhaskar has secured university gold medals in his masters and started his career as scientist in Indian Council of Agriculture Research. His illustrious career is adorned with numerous accolades that bear testimony to his groundbreaking contribution to agriculture. May we now kindly request Sir to deliver the inaugural address.
On the dais, the Honorable Vice Chancellor and my good friend Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor of this prestigious Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. I think it has made a lot of strides in its own way. I'll come to that later on. And apart from Geeta Lakshmi, and there are so many deans are sitting here. Some of them are personally known to me today for the auspicious inauguration of 9th Agriculture Graduate Student Conference. Many of them have just now passed out of their degrees, and some of them might have continued or pursued their postgraduate studies in this university itself. To my mind, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University is, I can tell you, the hardship. It is known for hard work among the students as well as staff. Those staff who come out of this university, they have made a lot of popularity across the globe. Just now, Dr. Suresh was mentioning about Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, how much she has made her name in the name of climate science. In fact, to tell you, I have known her for 2 decades and she was my trainer in one of the training programs. That's one good thing. I have learned some of the crop meteorology because although we are from agronomy field, we were not much exposed to the crop meteorology. She is also from agronomy. She specialized in the agro-meteorology and all the other aspects. Just now, Dr. Suresh was mentioning, whatever your subject, you have to pick up the skills of other subjects also. Don't have your own, the barriers. You are agronomist, I am crop breeder, I am biotechnologist, you are engineer. So it's not that. See, in agriculture, on the field, every science, every subject, this thing is very much required to address the problems of that, particularly today's problems. To enlighten you, they have organized into 6 sessions and themes are very well drafted for today's need of the country, particularly in the agriculture sector. The first and foremost, of course, they have listed as, that is, new next generation crop improvement technologies. I think the speed building now every day is even policy makers are asking. Policy makers include both the administrators as well as politicians. The first and foremost, the question either ICR or SAS. I think very recently they had some kind of interaction with SAS in which Honorable Vice Chancellor has participated. 15 Vice Chancellors they have called. They asked for, we want variety within 1 year. Give me the variety. But today's morning, in one of the interaction sessions, Madam was mentioning it takes 2.5 years. But our politicians or the policymakers or bureaucrats, particularly they can't wait for 2.5 years. It is very long period for them. Because once in 5 years governments get changed. So within 1 year they have to get something and they have to show it to the whatever general public or their own constituency people that we have brought out these many varieties. These are going to be replaced the old varieties. Why we have to go for the varieties now and then and all those things? There is a great thing. They have listed soil crop dynamics. So earlier we used to have only soil, water and our crop diversity as the resources, natural resources. Now, all of them are beaten by a climate change, a phenomena called climate change. I think which you might have learned already in your BSc studies, or you are going to have in-depth knowledge in your postgraduate studies too. So how to address this soil crop dynamics? Every day the climate is, I don't say that climate change is a long term one, but weather variability is taking place, we are experiencing it. You can see what has happened in Wayanad, and it may happen in entire Western Ghats. One day Western Ghats may disappear also. That's kind of prediction is going on. You see either, that's why you people have to get exposed to the experts' reports, whether Madhav Gadgil what he has written or Kasturi Rangan what he has written, what are the recommendations, whether those recommendations, these reports have come in 2011. How many of you have accessed this? So what are the recommendations? So one should be careful in the era of climate change, and it might have happened it might have taken nature to happen at 1000 years earlier. In the previous 1000 years, it might have taken 100 years. In this century, it may take 10 years also. The frequency of occurring extreme events, either flood or drought or cyclone, it's increasing. The Arabian Sea itself, there used to be no cyclones. Now, every year we are recording at least 3 to 4 cyclones. And Gujarat, Rajasthan, what will happen to our desert? Desert may become Western Ghat, we don't know. That's a kind of prediction which has been done by some of the world-known the meteorologists or the climate science people. So many of you are aware about the COP28. Why COP28? COP meetings. I think Madam might have attended many of such meetings. What kind of discussion is going on there? So these things will send you some kind of futuristic things that are going to happen on this earth. So how you can get prepared yourself, knowledge wise, innovation wise. And once you have knowledge, you can innovate. Once you can innovate, you can invest. Of course, they have written invest, innovate and incubate. I think in my opinion, for student level, it should be innovation. Innovation should come to your mind first. And if there are so many things available, you might have heard about GEF, Global Environment Facility. You might have heard about GCF. All those things are there to address the climate change or whatever we are talking about soil crop dynamics. Today, we want the measurement of soil moisture, diurnal changes of soil moisture using some kind of satellites, either Sentinel or some other satellite with hyperspectral. They are sending hyperspectral imagination. They want to get it mainly to address the water problems, because the moment climate change is going to be there, the first and foremost thing is water shortages will be there or water excesses will be there, and efficiency of water application in agriculture, because India is using more than 85% of water for agriculture purpose compared to the world average of 70%. If you see, look at the data. Why data science is picking up? You have to talk everywhere with data. So don't you can analyze the problems, and whether they are realistic or not, and you can also draw some kind of conclusions based on the reality of the problems. So what kind of solutions you can come out for such kind of challenges, and there is solutions. Of course, they say listed as solutions as well as challenges. You can find out some kind of solution. The solution itself might create some kind of challenges, or because of other factors, extraneous factors also, there may be some other challenges are going to be developed. So you should be in position to anticipate this. what kind of challenges you are going to, while finding out the solution, you should not create some more challenges. That is what I want to say to the young scientists. And today's commissioner was telling that human soul, you are as well as youth force as well as human resource. It should be applied. Aim for 1 trillion economy for today's function. So today's conditions. Then coming to the, of course, other fields are crop production fields. Again, crop production fields, you should know what is the dynamics of the pest and diseases, which you should always try to see some kind of publications which are bioengineering. Of course, now a lot of national programs have also been rolled out to address the bioengineering issues. You should capture those things. One is the waste to wealth. So a lot of investment is going on into lots of sections. And you should also read the papers which is appearing on circular economy. So Indians are good in applying these principles way back in its civilization itself. We have never wasted any of each and every pin also. The best example I give wherever I go to the circular economy, the toothbrush we never throw it to dustbin. We keep it for cleaning our combs. This is a kind of circular, and that kind of use, reuse, and then if it is not in position to use, further use, then only you should go for the recycle. So this is the kind of things are coming up. The circular economy is coming up. In bioenergy, this thing, bioenergy, innovations. How many of you heard about CBGs, compressed biogas units? Now, to address the crop residue management in Indo-Gangetic plains, so many units have come up, madam. I think you can expose to them. Even also you can introduce in the Tamil Nadu itself. Tamil Nadu is also a rice growing area. But the difference between the rice cultivation in south and rice cultivation in north is we use the straw. We apply the circular economy principles here for straw in a way to feed it to the cattle. But there is no such kind of disposal mechanism in the North India. They burn it, and it is going to create some more environmental problems like pollution and other aspects. For that, they have come out with a solution called as CBGs, compressed biogas units. And now, they find out the solution for the disposal of the rice straw. But there is another challenge which has cropped up. What is that challenge? They don't know how to use the liquid organic manure. So we need a lot of research, innovation for there again to find out solution. Again, state agriculture universities, ICR are coming up to provide solution for such things. When you find out something, you will get some other challenge also. So we should keep this in mind while finding out these solutions for a challenge. So new horizons, of course there is plenty of horizons for agroforestry and horticulture. I was ADG for agroforestry too. And during that period, I visited your Metropolitan Research Center, which is one of the best centers in the country. In most of the workshops, I highlighted that. Not only highlighted that, I wanted to replicate that kind of consortia in at least 8 places of the country. But somehow I could not succeed, and let's hope that it may happen in next years to come. The Clean Plant Program of central government, nearly 1,500, 1,600 crores are being invested in that program. And horticulture, fruit crops are given to Bangalore itself, IHR Bangalore. In that, mango is there, and guava is there, and some 2 more crops are there. So we can also have some kind of innovation for CPP. Particularly youngsters, you can go for incubation in that CPP. That is having clean plant program, which is also addressing the problems of the plant quarantine aspects, many of the quarantine aspects, and it will be having the most advanced nursery techniques, including DNA fingerprinting including DNA fingerprinting of these, the clean plant, whatever clean plant you are going to generate. Because what happened, we use traditional method of plant propagation like the grafting and all those things. We don't know what is the mother plant, what is the cyan. Cyan, of course, they may yield for some times. And later on, it may not be giving its own true types. One is to have a clean plant and the right genetic material in the field. Another thing is to avoid some kind of the cheating which has used to occur for the farmers will also be avoided by this clean plant program. So made him for giving me opportunity and coming here, standing in this big auditorium and addressing my young friends. And they have a bright future, no need to worry. Indian economy is going up and every state is talking about a 1 trillion economy. If all the states will become, there will be 30-40 trillions economy and it will be much more, almost equal to our, we are going to have number 2 in the next 50 or 100 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May we now request ma'am to deliver the presidential address.
It's my great pleasure to have Incubate. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and being part of this inauguration. Sir, too many times, we have fixed our conference on. He's really a wonderful scientist, he's graduated from US, Bangalore, and he served there for 15 years. He's such a wonderful student. He was a wonderful student. He passed it in 4 out of 4 distinction. Can you believe? He's such a eminent personality. And his master's, he was selected in the ARS examination and he served in ICAR. So he's a very studious person when he was a student, and once he joined the job, he was also very sincere in developing technologies. He developed many technologies including soil fertility management, wastewater utilization, climate resilient agriculture, organic farming and natural farming, integrated farming system, everything. As DDG, ADG, he was actually implementing these many programs for the benefit of the farming community. So we are very fortunate enough to have him here on this agricultural graduate conference, and once again thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. One is Dr. N. Senthil. Both of them toiled together to make this conference a great success. They are the guiding force behind for the students who have been organizing this conference. I'm very happy. Students are the backbone for organizing this particular conference. I'm pretty sure that my students are really good in their leadership qualities, so they can very well organize such kind of conferences. I'm seeing for the past many years the strength of the students in organizing such events with their great leadership quality. So my compliments to each and every one of you. All the directors and deans sitting on the dais, both from the main campus as well as from the outside campus, from Madurai, from Periykulam, from Mettupalayam, the deans have come. The directors are occupying the dais and the student representative. I'm really seeing the integrity and inclusiveness of this particular conference in everywhere. To talk something about the conference, and my compliments to everyone. And this particular conference is also very importantly participated by some of our retired directors and professors. Thanks Vijay Raghavan sir for coming over here and me being a part of this conference, and some of the industry partners as well. So it's really worth mentioning them. Thank you so much. And this particular title, I don't know whoever has chosen, it's very art, commercializing agrotechnology. Gone are those days, agriculture was seen at the second level than the industry. Industry is always, it has something edge over, but agriculture is becoming now more and more important. Okay. With 1.4 billion plus population, we are in a position of making self-sufficiency in food grain production, and we were very proud because we have been giving food for many countries, at least 8-9 countries during the time of COVID, those who have been not able to cope up with the crisis of COVID situation. And not only that, we have been innovating so many things, including our vaccine program. So India is always becoming a pride. Like now we are in the 5th largest economy, and we are going to become the 3rd largest economy. And as our ministers, Prime Minister, Chief Ministers of all the states are envisaging that India should become #1 country in 2047, for which agriculture will have to be the backbone for every kind of innovations. So this is the right time that you have taken commercializing agrotechnology. Okay, more than 50% of the farming, 50% of the population is one way or the other engaged in agriculture. So that means the larger population dependent on one sector is agriculture sector. So commercialization is definitely important to make them comfortable in their livelihood. So this conference is towards that. We are innovating in many things. Many things, starting from crop varieties, starting from everything, technology, increasing the use efficiency of inputs, everything we are now innovating. Just to quote few, in the case of crop improvement, previously we have been using the simple tools like common breeding tools we have been using, and we were developing varieties and we were giving to the farming community. Now we are fixing the target. The plant idiotypes are being developed. We fix that I want this kind of a character in the plant with this much yield condition. So towards that we are working in the crop improvement side. And thanks to the government for supporting us with some of the facilities like speed breeding facility and so on. So this is very important for us to innovate something and to make a breakthrough in those kind of technologies. Not only that, the biotechnology people are really working very smartly, identifying the genes that are responsible for certain traits, and this is very, very important. Without biotechnology, now it will take longer time for us to identify the characters of particular plant and to innovate something. So biotechnology and breeding together, they are joining hands, they are working too good for making some of the innovations in the crop improvement side. And seed technology people, they are working in a very different way. Whatever the way the improvement is done, it has to finally reach to the farming community only in the form of a seed. So they are working in their own way. They are making designer seeds. So that is again one of the area where we are working very nicely. Coming to the crop management side, lot of improvements are happening in the crop management side. Sir was actually telling, Government of India and Government of Tamil Nadu, both the governments are giving lot of importance for the agriculture. And very, very recently, we have been working with Government of India in 3 different projects. One is Drone Didi. We are the people, we are part of the people who are actually giving some training to the drone Didis for operationalizing drone. I'm happy to inform that, sir, like we got the licensing, drone pilot licensing has been given to Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, and that has given power, and more than 100 students have been provided with licensing facility. And we are working with the drone Didis also to train some of the people who are in the southern India in that area. So that is one thing. Second important program that we are working with the Government of India is, it is carbon credit. That is what is the one which we are working with. So directly Bhaskar sir is involved, and he was the person who was instrumental in pushing that project to Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. We are going to play a lead role in carbon credit and then finding the protocols for identifying some of the technologies who will fit into carbon credit mechanism. So we are going to closely work with the national organizations, and Tamil Nadu Agricultural University will take a lead role. Another important thing sir was actually indicating, remote sensing and geographic information system. Sir, I am happy to inform that remote sensing and geographic information system, we have got a separate department, and this is the only university which is providing up to PhD level, and we have got students who are actually pursuing remote sensing and geographic information system. And our RS and GIS is very prompt. They've got drone technology also integrated into it, and we have identified, we have standardized, we have given standard operating protocols for many things, including the weedicide application, even seeding. Drone is used for even seeding the small minute seeds. We are using it for seeding, and then we have we have done the standard operating protocols for pesticide application, fertilizer application and so on. We are working very closely with IFCO, and they have given us a big project, network project, and TNAU is leading the network project, and we are actually, what we are doing with the nano fertilizers is, now with the drone and nano fertilizers, the use efficiency is increasing. So because of that, we are trying to identify like what should be the quantum of nano fertilizers that need to be used and what should be the concentration. Everything is being standardized and we are giving standard operating protocols in the drone operating system. So this is one area where we are definitely concentrating. And other areas in the remote sensing is now what we are doing is not only we are finding out the standard operating protocols, but we are also into crop monitoring and also trying to identify the health of the crop and trying to forecast the yield of the crop, by which we are giving the government a clue whether to import certain things or we are in the position of exporting certain things. So this is also done by our remote sensing agency. And another important thing where we are working is wherever there is a natural calamity is happening, immediately we jump in and we do our best to identify or to estimate what is the damage that has happened on the ground. Age has gone in, and like half of Sural Malai hill that has also gone into the floods and landslide. It's very heartening and very sad to learn that. So those kind of extreme weather events are expected more and more in the days to come. Not only because of the changing climatic conditions, but also because of the man-made conditions as well. Man-made. Really, I was looking at the weather and patterns, like whether we are going to have that kind of situation which happened in Wayanad. We cannot be just like that. We cannot listen to anything. We need to be prepared for so many things. So disaster management is one area where we need to work on that, and we need to make our people aware of what is happening around the globe and how prepared we have to be to safeguard their own life and also their property. So nobody is ready to work in the hot sun. So mechanization will be the only solution. In mechanization, lot of mechanization has happened in the irrigation side because of the automation and kind of things that is actually giving a big boom, and now we have to go with all end-to-end mechanization. At least for rice crop, we have achieved end-to-end mechanization, starting from planting to harvesting and post-harvest. Now we are working on many other things. Government is insisting us to work on small oilseed crop. Oilseed is one of the things where we are importing a lot. We are not self-sufficient in oilseed crop. So they are asking us to go with the mechanization in oilseed crops and try to improvise the area under oilseed crop where all your innovations are needed. Like then going for jobs, you just think and innovate and be a job provider. I always think and remember when I went to Forest College and Research Institute, one person who studied in Forest College and Research Institute who took actually this soil science. So Gopi, I'm just talking about Gopi, who took soil science after his undergraduate in forestry. He took soil science, and his problem was like in the vermicompost. What he did was he just did it with a passion. The thesis was the vermicompost. Then he went, and he is not from a big family. He was from his father was a school teacher and his mother was a homemaker. So nothing big was there at their home. He just went and expressed his idea. I want to become a business person through my knowledge which I gained through my masters. But his father was not supportive. He said, better you just keep everything away, go for a government job, you go write exam and go as an agriculture officer. But he was so adamant, and his mother supported. She gave some 10 or 15 sovereigns of gold that she was having, and that was his first investment. Now we are not able to imagine the way he has grown. I was actually, I admired like anything. He called me for opening his NABL accredited laboratory for testing the biological kind of fertilizers. I am sure this AGSC conference will be a great support for each and every one of you. You will learn a lot of things with the 6 thematic areas that they have given. They are organizing it in a very nice way, that there are lead lectures and there are oral presentations and there are poster presentations. Okay, I could hear so much of murmuring, but no going back. Okay, my best wishes. I am very happy to declare open the 9th Agricultural Graduate Science Conference with the theme Commercialization of Agrotechnology, Invest, Innovate and Incubate. Thank you very much for the great opportunity.
Guest. The postgraduate student will present a memento to the respectful dignitaries in the dais.